Okay, hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Finding Peyote. Today's reading is going to be Aquarius dealing with a Libra for May. I can hear people walking. Sorry, I get nervous. Thank you to all my new subscribers, even though I lost one. Maybe they'll come back. I don't know. So, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. What I do is 3 cards for person A, 3 cards on this side for person B, and then 3 cards down the middle to talk about your guys' situation. So apply it to whichever side you think you're on. Okay, let's get started. Aquarius dealing with a Libra for May. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Page of Wands. One more. Oh, and the Ten of Swords. Okay. Person B. The Nine of Swords. The Hierophant, and the Six of Wands. Okay. And then down the middle, the Six of Swords. Okay, nice. The Moon. Okay. And the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. So we're going to clarify too. And whatever side works for you, apply it to your side. The bottom of this deck is the Queen of Pentacles, so that's nice. Okay, person A, the Queen of Swords, please. Two came out, the King of Cups and the Empress. Okay, this could be the Libra side, just because I think the Empress is Libra and also the Queen of Swords is Libra. But the Queen of Swords is really talking about doing kind of taking charge and doing a head over heart decision. But what this decision is for happiness, but it's coming from a King of Cups energy. So that's really taking care of yourself, which is also emphasized with the Empress. Really going for what your happiness is, like your mental happiness as well, your sanity, and being your own person, and being independent and being happy, mainly just to be happy. Person A is just really focusing on that right now. The Page of Wands is clarified with the King of Wands, and so the Page of Wands is could be a message or an offer, a gift or something. And the King of Wands is interesting because that's really having somebody who's taking charge of this situation, and taking care of really what they want. And that's kind of also being not just fearless, but kind of feeling invincible, which is also really awesome when you're thinking about if this person A is focusing on really what makes them happy. That's kind of like not backing down from things that make them happy, which is good. I think the Empress also talks about pregnancy, so there could be somebody, person A side, you know, thinking about pregnancy, not necessarily like being pregnant, but like maybe thinking about if that's something that they would want to do, like, ever. The Ten of Swords. It's clarified with the World. Okay, an ending, but it's an ending. But this ending is something that, whatever this really in person A's life, it is something that really has to happen. It's gonna, what's this ending? The Lovers. Holy cow. But then also, when you talk about maybe not, there could have been an ending in this, or an ending in just something with that somebody thought, you know, was a soulmate, or was the Lovers is also a decision. But person A is really focusing on their happiness and being thankful for what they have too, is a feeling that I'm getting. And so the person A is also doing endings, whether if it's painful or not, doing these endings because they know that they have to make these decisions. Let's keep going. Person B has the Nine of Swords. That's clarified with the Two of Swords. So person, and I kind of always feel like this first card is kind of like how the person is like currently and everything. So on this side, this one's focusing on their happiness and like cutting crap out that they don't need. Person B is staying up all night, worrying, stuck in indecision, not really knowing what to do. And they also have the Hierophant, which is talking about traditions, talking about values, how you feel as a person, but also forgiveness and soul searching. So there could have been an ending, and this is just really sending person B into, you know, a hermit mode, kind of, you know. The Hierophant is clarified with the Knight of Wands. Maybe, you know, what person B is reconsidering is that in and out attitude, being in and out of somebody's life. You know, maybe person A kind of got tired of this Knight of Wands energy coming from person B and decided to make a decision with the Lovers card to kind of end things, whether it was painful or not, because, you know, they're realizing that they need to look at other opportunities. But the Six of Wands is here, which is a victory for person B. Which clarified with the Two of Wands coming to that crossroads. That's the victory, is to be able to make this transitions. Maybe that's kind of how these cards are being laid out. The same here is this progress that's happening within themselves that will clarify, that will pertain to the relationship. So person B could just like currently be in this situation, realizing that they need to kind of, you know, think about what they really want, think about what their traditions and values are. If they really want to be somebody who's in and out all the time and kind of running around and being single and doing whatever they want, and that they come to some type of decision here with this crossroads, and that it's going to be a victory. And the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, they're thinking that this is just fate, that this is like a leveling up. I kind of get that feeling from both people, that this is like a leveling up type of thing, just individually for yourselves. Okay, Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is clarified with the Five of Swords. That's really moving away from winning at all costs. That's, you know, deciding to cut your losses and go and move on. But in this card of the Six of Swords, it's moving to calmer waters, but it's with the family. It's together. the moon. What's the moon about? The moon is clarified with the Seven of Cups. So, you know, currently in the situation, all these have ended. It's like still wondering, you know, are you guys seeing other people? Are there other options? Like, it's just like a constant worry that you just don't know. And the Four of Pentacles is clarified with the Ten of Swords. So there is a painful ending that has happened, an ending that had to happen, but it's a little bit of all of this unknown that is looming kind of over you too. Yeah, and the Hangman is here, so somebody or both of you guys, like I said, you guys are leveling up and going through these transitions. The Two of Cups at the bottom too, is that you're seeing things from just like this different perspective. Things are just different now. Something has happened, you know, in this Ten of Swords, and it looks like person A is the one who ended it, you know, because they made that decision. They made a decision that person B couldn't make. And that decision, although was really hard, it is, you know, forced stability. It's no longer wanting to hold this stuff back, because I kind of want to see what the ending of this is, because the feeling like that I'm getting is that these things all had to happen. Person B is realizing with the Wheel of Fortune that these things had to happen. The wheel is now turning for change, you know, kind of thing, and that things had to end in order to move forward. There had to be some ending of holding back. That's what has brought this ending to begin with, was holding back your feelings, not really communicating, always just kind of wondering what the other person is doing, because maybe there wasn't even a commitment here. There's not even like a solid relationship, but somebody was just tired of wondering where the other person was. Each other were wondering what each other was thinking. They had other options. They had other choices. Each person was thinking, is the grass greener on the other side? And there's an ending to that type of feelings and like mind games, internal turmoil, to move to calmer waters. Really, you know, they're feeling this indecision, head in the clouds, of just kind of not really knowing what they want to do. Both you guys don't know what you want to do. Both of you guys are holding back with this Four of Pentacles, which, and maybe too, that's forcing you guys to kind of see things for yourself. But there's a lot of love here. There's nurturing here. There's soulmates here. You know, the bottom of the decks are kind of saying, you know, underneath what's actually going on, and it's the Two of Cups, the Justice, the Page of Cups, the Chariot, you know, like all in the background are like, this is all change, endings, you know, and change to make good things happen in the end. And the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the first deck with the Tower card. So somebody's going to have a revelation that the other person is really awesome. This one, yeah. Okay, let me get Kipper deck for person A, please. Despair. Yeah, I mean, that's this person right now, I think, is focusing on what makes them happy, because everything is kind of not going so great right now. So since things are not going great, the person A is trying to figure out all the puzzle pieces and kind of figure out where things are wrong. So, you know, thinking maybe their whole life, because they're searching for their happiness with the Queen of Swords. Like, it'd be like, things just are not going right. They're not the way I want things to be. So what do I do to focus on my happiness? Well, I want the King of Cups. I want that. I don't feel like I have that here, so I'm shutting it down. I want the Empress. I want to be kind of everything, and also the Queen of Pentacles. I want all of that kind of energy and abundance and like love and warmth and all these things. These are the things that I want. These are the things that I'm going to fight for, you know. And the Page of Wands could be an interesting person, but it seems like this is more of like ideas. This is like new things, new passions that are coming along, you know, that helping to boss up with the King of Wands, and then initiate to know that you know what you want to do to get yourself out of this despair. Person B, Kipper deck, is poverty. Okay, so the trouble with person B is in what's holding them back in this situation, which may have caused person A to leave them or to end things with them, is because person B has this lack mentality. Person B doesn't feel like they're good enough. Person B is up all night not knowing what to do because they don't feel like they're good enough. That's why they're sitting here now in the Hierophant doing the soul searching, trying to figure out who they really want to be, because the in and out energy of the Knight of Wands is what they've been doing up until now, and it has worked in their favor because they just feel like if they just leave before anything gets serious, and they can't get hurt, they can't hurt anybody, they're not good, they don't feel good enough for love anyway. But what's happening is this crossroads with the Two of Wands, and forcing them to think about things and realizing, you know, the positives that they do have. It's going to turn into a victory for them to have this ending, because it's putting the swords down and going to calmer waters, you know, rethinking things with the Hangman. Okay, let's see, this Ten of Swords. Main female. Okay, so maybe whoever the female is in this situation is the one who ended things. The main female also, you know, is a person who gets what they want. Well, wealthy men also just like came out too. So there could be a wealthy man, there could be you know, money coming in, new opportunities. Like I said, for person A, Page of Wands could be an interesting new person. So they could have met somebody else, and whether if they went with them or not, it was just kind of showed them another side of things, whereas this person B kind of seems to be figuring themselves out at this point. Person A might have met somebody else who kind of was more mature, had their things together better, and was like, oh well, you know, that's kind of more what I would like for myself, you know, is to be with somebody who is more secure in that way, because the wealth could be emotional wealth, or they could be wealthy and they're like with their like love or something, like super loving, and I don't know. What is love? Anyways, okay, so let's see what the Seven of Cups is. Oh, already. Adjudication. Okay, so maybe that's like always having this fear that like what's going to happen is going to be the negative. The adjudication talks about this is going to happen. Like whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And people on both sides are just a little bit worried about what the other person is going to do. Maybe you guys have been hurt in the past, and so you guys put your walls up and everything because you're like, crap, I don't want to go through that again. Let's see, Six of Swords. Occupation. Okay, yeah, that could be, you know, really deciding to put in the work in order to figure out, you know, how to move to calmer waters in this situation, whether that's together or not together. We'll see in a little bit. Okay, so that's this Four of Pentacles. Pathway, right, and that's kind of talking about the Hangman, seeing things from a different perspective, and then seeing kind of like there is a pathway to this, and also understanding that this is coming to understand that relationships are not easy, and that things can happen where, you know, it's going to take a lot of work, and main man is at the bottom. I don't see any like third party things or whatever. Maybe people have their options open and blah blah blah, whatever, that kind of crap. But like, I don't see anything like third party. Even though the wealthy man is here, it seems more like that could even be like a friend or a family member, like I said, who just maybe person A talked to them and they're like, girl, you're better than this, or I don't know, if you don't know what you want, or if this person won't make up their mind, then you should just leave. They gave you like some really, they gave person A like some really good advice, and so they took that advice and that's kind of turning it into what we said, like the tower moment, which is down there to kind of really stir the pot. Okay, how does person A feel about person B? They think they're taking too long. Cool. 5 of Swords, they feel like, there's just a lot of arguing. There could be a lot of sneaky stuff, just not feeling 100%. This person just always has to kind of win. The 9 of Swords, yeah, they person A feels like person B is like depressed. Ace of Pentacles, but they have a lot of opportunities around them. They have a lot of options, a lot of opportunities for happiness. Does person A feel about person B? Yeah, that is just moving away and releasing all of these cups and just putting it down and saying, okay, like whatever. Maybe they feel like person B isn't doing anything, but that's kind of what I was going to say, is that the 8 of Cups is a person walking away, but they're walking away into their 9 of Cups. So maybe even person A feels like this is what person B wanted. Like, oh, they wanted me to like break up with them because they wouldn't break up with me, and so they wanted it to be like, oh, well, you broke up with me. Yeah, really unfortunately, they feel like this person just felt like that was just destined to have things end. And the King of Pentacles, yeah, but person A feels like person B is like, a stable person, somebody with like a pretty like level head, and makes good decisions or whatever. How does person B feel about person A? Their wish fulfillment. Aw, like person A thought that person B was walking away towards their wish fulfillment, and that's really cute because that's the first card that came out. Person B thinks that person A is their wish fulfillment. I feel like that. They feel like person B feels like person A just like forced this death. Forced it. They feel like person A spying on them. That they're unbalanced. They're also a King of Pentacles. What happened to my card? It got all messed up. So you guys both feel like you guys are just like stable, like people that they actually like would want to be with, like in the tower, but they feel like person A is bringing this tower moment because person A has had a revelation with the Ace of Swords. And then person A is focusing on their happiness. Queen of Swords and the Sun is that this is what was making them happy too. And the 10 of Wands, that person A is just saying all this stuff. Okay, like I'm just done with all of this stuff from person B. And they feel like they're the 10 of Pentacles, yeah. Wish fulfillment, a stable person, somebody who is abundant and has everything and is focusing on their happiness, but so it's kind of crazy, it seems like you guys know exactly how you guys are. You guys already know you guys are right. The Lover's just here and the 2 of Cups is here. There's a soulmate here, but I think person A is like, soulmate or not, I need to do me, even if this hurts the other person, because I'm not happy right now, and I don't think necessarily that this other person, but you know, maybe it is and maybe it's not. I'm willing to risk it and to like get out of here just to see what happens. Okay, so what's the outcome? Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity, a new offer. Eight of Wands, communication. Okay. Knight of Swords, somebody like rushing in. The Hermit, okay, like reflection. Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups is the outcome. Like I said, like I wasn't really getting this feeling, and you guys seem like sad and like all of that, like regular stuff. When it feels like it's like this all like was supposed to happen. Person A somehow knew that this was supposed to happen. Person A was like, bro, this is what I have to do. I have to do because I feel like crap right now. And so I need to tidy my life up. And maybe they put boundaries up as part of this ending in the Ten of Swords because it was hurtful for them to say that shit. Like, hey, dude, you got to stop doing this. I need this from you. I need that. Like, this is what I'm going through. So you need to knock this shit off. Like, blah, 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 blah. You know, and they stood up for themselves and expressed what they needed. Maybe this isn't a breakup even, you know, it was just an argument, something like an event that happened and it's triggering you guys. But person B, what it looks like is a step behind person A. Person A has a leg up on this situation because person A is smarter than person B. I'm so sorry to say this, but that's what I'm getting is like this fool here is like kings, queens, empress, world, you know, main, female, you know, all the love, like solid ass cards, and Ten of Swords. But this fool person B is like Nine of Swords. They ain't even there yet. They haven't even processed everything. The person B is like a little, it's like just somebody who is looking for love, but they don't know what love is. 27. I just saw right now. But they don't know what it is because they don't feel like they're even good enough. But they don't know. That's why they just bounce around and be a stupid Knight of Wands, because it's way easier to do that, you know. But what this is doing is forcing this person to go like, wait a second, I can't be such a turd nugget, I don't think, or I didn't know, and so I need to rethink this. Coming to this crossroads with the Two of Wands, and that's going to bring this victory. And I think that this was supposed to happen. Like maybe even person B is thinking like, I'm kind of grateful that person A did all this kind of stuff because I didn't know I was being selfish. I didn't know I was being a crappy person. I just thought I was doing this, that, or whatever. No one's ever stopped me before, and if I've ever had a problem with anybody, then I've just run away. Because I don't even stick around for anything. But now it's going to bring, let's see more outcome. Now it's going to bring Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. Page of Wands, yeah. Oh, just like a bunch of little gifts. Two of Cups, holy cow. Two of Pentacles still, okay. But that could be working on money, you know, needing to work on that kind of stuff. I'm not saying things are going to be unbalanced. Yeah, and the Queen of Wands, it's going to bring this together. It's going to bring the Queen of Wands, like, out of this person B's person. It's like person A is like already in this, like, King of Wands. It's going to, this situation, this argument, this whatever, putting your foot down is, like, going to snap this person B into leveling up. Seems like in relationships, like emotionally type of thing. Very interesting. Okay. I hope that made sense. Some advice. the moon. Okay, yeah, I mean, don't sit in this negative energy for too long in the world. Okay, yeah. To remember that endings bring beginnings. But, and then that the moon talks about that there's really only one pathway. So even though you might feel 10 of swords, 9 of swords, or whatever, you're feeling bad, either of you, is that these things have to happen. Shadow work has to happen so we can kind of move to the correct path, to open your eyes that there is only one true path to success in this, the star. Yeah, that this is a wish fulfillment. Judgment. Okay, yeah, judgment is fair. And the Queen of Wands, that you can just manifest everything you want to be in charge of this. The Four of Wands, that this is destined, you know, this is a divine connection. The Death card, awesome, bring it. The Hierophant, yeah, forgive yourself, forgive the other person, forgive this person, do all the healing, everything you do, be in control, manifest things. The Page of Pentacles, look at things from a different perspective. Same with the Hangman. Look at this situation from different perspectives. Not all endings are bad. Endings or not all arguments are bad. I love it personally when somebody has had enough with me and they tell me, you know what, this is why you suck. And then I can go and 31. I can go and choose what I want to do. Do I want to keep being a piece of crap and get defensive and be like, oh, well, you did this, that, or whatever. Oh, I'm not even like that, like da 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 da. Or you can just say, what I like to do is to apologize. You know what I mean? And you can even just apologize, and maybe you don't even know the answer, because what good is an apology, right? You have to like follow through with the actions where you say you're not, or you at least try to not, you know, do these things again, etc., or whatever, you know. But what this can really do is like, you know, you communication is really important, because that, in a relationship and everything, but in a relationship, because that gives the other person the choice. When you lie to somebody, you're taking away their choice. And that's what my dad always taught me, is that that's what we have as human beings. He said he can't speak for animals because he don't know animals, but that's who we are as human beings, is we have the right to choose. Everybody is in control of themselves, right? So when you lie to somebody, you're taking away their power by choosing for them. If you don't tell somebody, you're like, well, I didn't want to hurt you, or this would have hurt you if I told you this, or whatever. Well, who's to say what the hell was going to hurt somebody or not? You're not them. You can't speak for them. You have no idea. And so like when you try and take somebody's power away, take their choice away, that's what really hurts me when people do that to me. Like if you lie to me, or you don't tell me the truth, you hold things back from me or whatever, you take away my right to choose, it's very upsetting, because you don't know what I would choose. And I'm actually a really nice person and a very fair person and very understanding, and they should have seen that. You know what I mean? You can actually just tell me the truth. Let me make that decision, because I'll probably still be cool. And if it was something where I have to end some relationship with you, well, you probably should have done that. I don't think I did anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like, then I'm just making that choice to walk away, even though, like, I don't know, clean on this. If you don't want somebody to walk away. So what it really seems like is person A kind of really put it out on the table. This is why you suck. And it's going to cause person B to be like, oh crap, I totally suck. Oh crap, what do I do? I got to rethink what I've even been doing. I got to, you know, do so much more now, because I don't even feel like I'm good enough. And like, maybe it turns out I was behaving like this because I don't even feel like I'm good enough. Oops, I'm getting all crazy. That kind of feeling, you know. But it's going to cause them to go into a victory. It's going to cause people to work on these things. The outcome came out awesome. So it kind of seems like that. Like, seems like a classic thing that I would do. And be like, dude, I'm so sorry I did that. I had no idea. Like, thank you for telling me. Like, thanks for calling me. I appreciate it, because I don't want to be an asshole. Like, I don't want to look stupid. And I don't want to, like, you know, doing whatever. And so people just don't like me or whatever. I want to correct my mistakes and be a better person. I appreciate somebody who does that. And it seems like that could be something that happens, and it's going to end up really well. So that was your reading. I feel awesome. I don't even know if you need a private reading. It was pretty specific, but if you need a private reading, you can email me at findingpeyote@gmail.com. And please like this video. Please don't dislike it. If you don't like the video, just don't like it. You don't have to hit dislike. Just whatever. And yeah, subscribe to my channel, please, and share and like whatever. Okay, awesome. Have a great day. Bye.